Hello and welcome to On the Wrist. Today we're doing a review of the Islander high beat automatic dress watch with this gorgeous blue dial. The Island Watch series was created by LongIslandWatch.com and is meant to be an affordable series of watches that have very high quality parts and, I have to say, have some very nice style to them. I've been looking forward to handling one of these for quite a while, so let's get right into it. Before we get started, I just want to mention that this watch was sent to me to review by Long Island Watch. I'll be sending it back their way after this, but just keep that in mind during the video. Let's dive into the technical specs. This watch is 38 millimeters in diameter, a much smaller watch than I would typically wear, but interesting nonetheless. Has a thin case of 11 millimeters in thickness. The lug to lug is 44.5, keeping it very tight on the wrist. The crystal is a flat sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, which the exhibition back also has a sapphire crystal. The crown is a screw-down crown with the Islander logo. This watch has 100 meters of water resistance, much more than your typical dress watch. The hands have C3 super lume, you can see there in the lume shot. The movement is the Miyota 9015 high beat movement. Now what that means is it beats at 28,800 beats per hour, or approximately 8 beats per second. Most watches operate at around 6 beats per second, so as a result you get that really smooth seconds hand motion. Very appropriate for a stylish dress watch. Flipping the watch over reveals the exhibition back with the Miyota 9015 movement. The movement actually has some very nice finishing to it. You can see the Geneva stripes there. It makes it something that's attractive to look at, and it's a nice added feature. The bracelet is a solid metal bracelet, solid in the lugs as well as the bracelet itself, and the center links are a nice polished steel. This comes down to the deployment clasp. Nice satisfying click with 3 micro adjustment points. One really nice thing about this watch's bracelet is the links are held together by screws, but you only need to unscrew one side of the watch. So if we look on the other side, there's no links. It made it very easy to get a perfect fit with this watch and with the 3 micro adjustment points. The watch does come with a precision screwdriver to adjust your bracelet. The dial comes in a couple different colors, but this is the sunburst blue, and I gotta say it's my favorite of the colors. A very strong blue, catches the light nicely, and keeps it interesting. The indices are all applied, including the logo and the word automatic. And those hands have a very visible lume. Going outwards, the bezel is this gorgeous flute pattern. Due to the similarities between this watch and the Rolex Datejust, some people have affectionately been calling this the Islanderjust. The case has these nice downturned lugs to make it fit even tighter to the wrist, and is a very comfortable shape to wear. One thing that I like is included next to the date window is a small portion of an indice, which a lot of watches will not have. If they have the date window at 3 o'clock, they will not have any sort of indice behind it. I think that's a nice little choice mark made at Long Island Watch, and it's something that makes this watch a little unique onto itself. Let's get a couple shots on the wrist. Here we have it on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. 38 millimeters in diameter is, I think, a little small for me. For a dress watch, it still fits nicely. It's not too small, and it's probably because I'm used to wearing 44 millimeters to 42 millimeters, but I think this still has a solid wrist presence, and it certainly fits under any dress cuff and is very appropriate for dressier occasions. I think this would be ideal for anyone with a wrist under 7 1/4 inches. For me, it's a little on the line as far as size, but it's incredibly comfortable on the wrist, and I dig the style so much that this is definitely something I would wear day to day. The bracelet is incredibly comfortable with those solid lugs that don't have needless play in them, and I found it very easy to adjust the bracelet to get a perfect fit. MSRP and value. MSRP of this watch is $349. I think that is very well priced for the features you're getting. Features include the high beat movement, sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, great lume, excellent style, a micro adjustment bracelet with the solid links, And just aesthetically, it's a very well done watch. I think the only things I could knock it for are, maybe it's the size, although after handling this a little more, I am finding I like the 38 millimeters more and more, and maybe a custom rotor. But that's I think asking for a lot, because at this price point, the features it's offering are really spectacular. I think this watch has done an excellent job of being priced competitively for other watches in that price point. And I guess my closing thoughts would be that I'd recommend this watch heartily. Handling it feels good, it looks great, and the specs are there, and the cost is very reasonable. So a home run for me. I can't really fault this watch for anything, but I'd love to know what you think down in the comments below. Do you like the look of this watch? Do you like the Islander brand? Is there anything more you would want to see for this price point? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. That's all for me today. This has been On The Wrist. Thank you for watching.